Hello guys, Bean here and I'm back with another video, and today I have for you rSlash with 4 stories. First one is about 2 brothers getting revenge on people who egg their neighborhood. Second one is about a man who tried to show up another man and ended up covered in green. Second last one is about a teen who stole from someone's house and shortly after almost drowned. And lastly, a story about a housemate who broke the military code and stole from his roommate only to get caught on a hidden camera. Make sure to like and comment and subscribe, as I really appreciate it, and this video has a hidden phrase in it. The first person to type in it will get a heart. Let's get right into the video. This one's titled "Teens Threw Eggs at Our Neighbor's House, Dented and Broke a Window on Their Truck." So, in our neighborhood for years, teens would egg houses around October. It caused problems since Alaska it would be around freezing at that time, and eggs would freeze to the house and we wouldn't be able to remove it until spring. One year, me and my half brother had gotten some paintball guns. They were used for little wars and playing around and having capture the flag matches. Well, some friends called our house a few days before Easter and said they just got egged, so me and my brother talked and decided to climb onto the garage roof with the paintball guns and wait for the eggers. After about an hour or 2 waiting on the roof in the freezing cold, -10, maybe -15 Fahrenheit, they finally pulled up in front of our house. It's nice Ford 515 or something like that. Think cool kids truck. 3 to 5 people in the bed of the truck started throwing eggs at our house. Me and my brother let loose. The sound of paintball guns pinging off metal and flesh was awesome. The ow, oh fuck, ah, that came from the eggers was better. The window breaking on the truck scared us though, so we hopped off of the roof and hid the paintball guns. While breaking them down, we realized the paintballs are frozen in the cold, so that's why the window broke. In case the cops came, they never did. Nobody egged our neighborhood on that since I know of. This one's titled Paintballs NSFW. We posted from rSlash because illegal actions got it taken down from there. Not my story, but an old trucker who doesn't have Reddit. We got stuck at sea on a rescue boat yesterday and passed the time sharing rSlash stories. So, as told by him, I was a fuel trucker. Say that 5 times fast. Fuel trucker, fuel trucker, fuel trucker, fuel trucker, fuel trucker. I had a regular daily route in my state and would start just after 4 PM. So I was refueling the area's gas station roughly after evening rush. This had me driving late into the night. In this one small town, it seemed like every night around 10, this asshole in a T-top would pass me on the road while jerking off. He always seemed to find me, pull up next to me on the highway and try to get my attention before zipping off down on the road. One week, I saw him 3 nights in a row at the same red light. It was the summer, so he had his roof down each time. Then I got an idea, a wonderful idea. When I got home, I gathered what I needed from my teenage son's room and slept better than I had in weeks. The next night, as I drove through the small rural deep south town, sure enough, Mr. T-Top pulled up next to me, whacking it and giggling as he looked up at me. Noticing that my window was done for the first time, then he saw the paintball gun. My son was avid at the sport and had saved for a long time to buy this thing and modified it for teenage league stuff. My point is, it could shoot very fast. And I lit him up. The inside of his car, him and his lap were covered in green paint in about 3 seconds. I don't know how long it took him to get in gear and run that red light, but I was empty before he was out in the intersection. Never saw him again. Damn, did he just hit that dude in the dick? Somebody hit my dick. Let me know if you guys know where that reference is from. But that's what you call a bullseye. Got him, running the nuts. You can say that's a nutcracker. Making too much jokes. This one's titled "You Steal My Fishing Gear, I Destroy Your Boat." This story takes place in the late 90s. There was a person I knew the same age as me. I particularly didn't like him from the comments of him saying, "How's the weather up there?" I'm a fairly tall person, for being a fuckwit in class, but this time he took it too far. This time he broke into my house, took my best spear gun and 2 $300 bait caster, fishing reels. The day after I confronted him at school, he said, "I didn't take them," with a smile on his face. At the same time, my father spoke to his father about the situation. He said the same thing, except my dad could clearly see fishing gear in the back of the shed. Now my revenge. At night time, I went over to his house and threw a handful of silver coins underneath his floorboard of his $20,000 boat. After a couple of months of getting wet and salty, the coins began to corrode the boat, making a hole. This is on the bottom of his boat as well, so it was very hard to notice. When this story took place, it was in the Northern Territory of Australia, otherwise known as Croc Country. This time, we went fishing. His boat slowly started to take on water. When he and his father noticed, it was too late. They both jumped off the side of the boat and swam as fast as they could to the nearest mangroves. Remember how I said I was tall when I'm about 2.1 meters tall and this other kid was about 170 centimeters? This kid wanted to fight me, which I agreed to, and we both met behind Woolies. I was sitting there after school waiting for him and he didn't show up, so I went home and enjoyed the evening. And on this, there's so many funny jokes. How's the weather up there? Spit on him. It's raining. How's the weather up there? Tasers him. It's thundering. How's the weather up there? Blow on him. Very tornado-y. How's the weather up there? Burp. It's windy. How's the weather up there? Stab him. It's sharp. How's the weather up there? Burns him. It's sunny. Oh, I don't know if you guys find that funny. I don't know why I found them hilarious. This one's titled "Steal From Me, I'll Ruin Your Career." I posted this in rSlash and apparently it belongs here. This was about 2 years ago in college. I had just moved into a house off campus with 3 of my closest friends. There was 2 other college guys already living there. All of these guys were doing Air Force ROTC with me. Basically, you go into the military after you graduate. I really liked all of my roommates and the house, except for one of the dudes that was already living there. He had a dog that would constantly rip up piss, shit on the carpet and he wouldn't clean it up. Furthermore, he would yell at us for leaving dirty dishes in the sink, etc., while he was the one making the vast majority of the mess. I had a job working 30 hours a week, doing school full time and doing ROTC. I had a job as a server, so I would make quite a lot of tips, $300 a week. Damn! I would leave the cash in my room, boxed up because I trusted everyone in the house. We were all going to join the military and integrity is a big thing. So, I go to deposit my tips into my bank after not going for about a month and I'm shocked when my cash deposit is only about $200 when I knew it had to be at least $1,200. Jesus Christ, that's $1 grand. I knew someone was stealing my tips. It then made sense because my deposit had seemed a little low for a while. I was furious because I was barely scraping by working my arse off trying to pay for college. So I buy a security camera for my room and hide it. I get all the documents from my work regarding the tips I've made over the past few months. I continue leaving my tip in the box unconcealed as bait. I don't tell any of my roommates this. Sure enough, I leave for a trip and I get a notification on my phone. I watch as this mofo that I trusted steals about $300 in cash from me, taking about $20 bills so I wouldn't notice. Well, the next day back from the trip, I scheduled a meeting with our ROTC commander. I bring him all the evidence and video footage and tell him about my awful experiences with him in my house, with my other roommates as witnesses. Long story shorter, he got kicked out of the ROTC and I ruined his career. He had to pay me back about $1,000. I let him off easy and had to pay the military back about $9 grand. He had been getting paid by them for about a year. In addition, we go to an expensive school and he chose a useless major, so he is stacked high in student debt with no real way out. And finally, he had to just quit his job because he thought he could get away with stealing from me and watching TV at home. And he had just crashed his dream car he had been working on for a while because he drives like an idiot. I still see him every often on campus and smile at him. TLDR, also roommate steals my tip, so I ended his whole career. Insert Soldier Boy versus Super Hot Fire meme here. I won't lie to you guys, I don't know what meme he's talking about, so I cannot put it in. Or I could look on Google, but what's the point? don't want to get demonetized. Anyway guys, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys thought of the video. Any ways to improve or what subreddits to do. Peace out.